So Phil touched on it earlier. We recognise this, we think, three large challenges that public sector organisations face, trust being one of them. And this is like an awful stat, but it may be close to reality in that 2/3 of the UK population don't trust public institutions. That's definitely doom and gloom. But we think there are a couple of reasons for this. I mean, if you take yourself out of the job role you do and just think of yourself as a citizen, when you're trying to deal with an organisation and stuff takes forever to get done, and you don't ever believe that that thing actually is ever going to be achieved, you kind of lose faith in them. And then you think, do you know what? I don't trust that thing will be fixed. I'll give you an example from me the other day. Arrived at the train station, someone robbed the wheel off the back of my car. I called the 101, couldn't get through after half an hour, gave up, called the next day, got passed around, and I just gave up in the end. I was like, went online, filled in a form, thought, I don't trust anything's going to happen with this. I'll just accept that that wheel's been nicked. That's not for anyone's want to work hard. The reason it takes ages is because everyone's understaffed, they're super busy. But as a citizen, I'm like, do you know what, there's no point. And I think we've all had little examples of that in different parts of our life, probably. The lack of transparency, this is, I'll give another example there. I live in Warwickshire, so Warwickshire District Council are currently going through a planning phase. They've received a planning application for a large housing development in quite an affluent village, and it's kicked off a big fuss, but everyone said it's corrupt, it's going to happen regardless. And what's happened is, after all the consultations have gone through, the council never gave a response to whether they'd approve it or not, and now it's going to court. And everyone thinks, oh, well, that's a bit suspect. Why has that happened? And again, like, because they haven't been transparent about why they didn't reply and didn't give enough information back, that whole community is now thinking, what's going on in the council? I can't trust them anymore because they've got their own agenda. And that, again, can sort of lead on to this thing here where there's a perception of there's favourability within certain demographics. If you're rich, you get treated a certain way. If you're in a certain minority, you get treated a certain way. And everyone feels like they're on the unfair side of that fence. And then probably one of the final points is around politicisation. Can't even say it, but if we perceive an organisation to be more affiliated with one political party more than another, or one sort of social group more than another, you don't trust that they're going to represent your beliefs and they're going to be unbiased. Now, I'm not saying every public sector organisation has these problems, but I think they're quite representative of all the problems in general. There's a couple of things we can do to help address the problem. The first is to recognise, is it a problem for you? Do you know if the people who deal with you, that you service, trust you or not? And do you know what causes any of that distrust or trust? And is it in certain areas? Because they could be really happy with you in some and not in others. And the next one is about how can you rebuild trust? And some of that way is actually to create that transparency and openness and do the opposite of all the things I just mentioned on the other slide. So I think there's a couple of ways Orlo can help. They're not going to fix every problem. It's definitely not the silver bullet, but social media in general and using Orlo to access those social channels can certainly assist in addressing some of these trust issues. The first one is we've got some capability in the platform called Orlo Insights. And what Orlo Insights does is listen to everything that's going on in that direct contact. So when you put a post out there on social networks and people are responding to it and they're writing text or whatever it may be, whether that be in your public posts or communicating with you in your private channels, Orlo Insights is analysing that for lots of things. We'll come on to that now. So you think you've got all these channels that people are interacting with you on, whether it be live chat, whether it be Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, whatever it may be. Or if you're listening through one of our partners, so we provide access to basically press and media sites digitally. So if you think everything from Mumsnet to CNN News and all that stuff behind the paywalls as well, if you're being talked about, we can gather all that information. And of course, we've got the inbox that we mentioned earlier. I'll come on to reviews a bit later on, but also you can listen on Twitter also in certain parts. What Orlo Insights does is help tease out what's the sentiment, what the key themes being talked about, what are the emotions, and are things trending differently over time. So all of a sudden, people are talking about that planning application that happened in Elite Wootton, and what's the emotions around that? Is it creating frustration, distrust? Are people feeling more vulnerable because of certain things or not? And it creates, basically, you can build your own dashboards as well. So you can work out and share reports with different colleagues as well to see where are the problems occurring, are there trust issues, and then try and figure out what are the things you should do about that. And some of those actions could be putting out more social media posts to share with people, right? If you're having issues in this area, these are the facts, this is what you can do, this is where you can get more help. It could be directly replying to individuals as well on a one-on-one basis to address their individual needs. And the final thing is using a lot of automation as well. So if you can push content to different parts of your organisation to share that information, that's obviously going to be really helpful to you as well. The other thing as well is when you're dealing with people within the inbox, if you're having conversations with citizens through Orlo, once you've resolved that conversation, say, right, it's done, we'll shut that one down, you can ask for a survey at the end of it. So, how was that experience for you? Is there anything else we can help you with? It's a really simple survey. It's just give a score and give a comment, and we'll do the analysis off the back of it. You can segment the results by individuals, by teams, by topics, and so on. And you can choose to do that survey as a citizen satisfaction score or an NPS score, or if you want like smileys and emojis, you can do that too. And right now we've deployed that across Twitter and Facebook. So again, that's a way that you can start to gain more information about what your citizens even are thinking and feeling. We've partnered with an organisation called Review Trackers as well. You probably haven't heard of them, but what they do is they gather review data from pretty much any review site you can think of. So that's Trustpilot through to Google Reviews, the App Store, etc. as well. All that data we pull into Orlo Insights as well to help you identify issues, track trends, and also close the loop, because you can reply back to them directly from the Orlo inbox as well. So if you've had something come in on, say, Facebook reviews or Google reviews, you can reply directly back from the inbox. So that's just a couple of ways that I think Orlo can help resolve some of these trust issues. It ain't going to fix all of them, but it can definitely help with certain areas. Anyone any questions on that? Silence. Oh, there's one.
I was just really interested in the surveys. So is that just a standard part of Orlo now?
It's a new function that we haven't actually properly marketed or released yet. It's been available with a couple of customers, but we're kind of announcing it here today that is a capability that's available. It is an add-on. I'm not a commercial guy. I just build the stuff. So I'll deflect that onto the CSMs later. But yeah, it's a really simple process, and it's something that we can really see evolving later on as well. I come from a feedback background, and I can see how this can be used for coaching and training as well. So if you think you've got myself, I'm getting negative scores in a certain area, and Hannah's getting really positive scores in that area, well, she can help coach me, train me, do all those sorts of things as well. So we want to use it as like a force for good, not to say people are doing really badly or anything like that, but just to help with workforce motivation, efficiency, effectiveness, but also just try and spot trends and themes as well. Any more questions? No? Cool, got off lightly. Oh, there's one back there.
Hello, I'm Tiffany from Mid and South Essex NHS Foundation Trust. Would you be able to share what other products are like coming on the roadmap, or is that kind of like top secret at the moment?
No, it's not top secret. I don't have a slide here right now for you, but there's a couple of things we're working on right now. So you would have seen the content calendar that's now out there live today. It's available to everybody. The next big thing you'll probably notice over the next couple of weeks is a brand new mobile app. So we're aiming to release that late June. That should be quite cool, I think. That'll be good. And then what we're going to do is, Inbox Priorities is another one. That should be available in the next, again, couple of weeks, whereby, if you've used triggers in Orlo, so triggers in Orlo is like the automation part, so you can set rules up and say, if this message comes in with this certain keyword, do something with it. What we're actually going to do with that, you'll be able to apply a priority tag to it, P1 to P whatever you like, and then you can sort your inbox by that as well, filter it by that sort of stuff. And then after that, what we're going to do is we're going to put mega focus on the reporting side of the platform, so all the performance analytics, and we're doing a big push on Orlo Insights as well. So it's almost commoditized the ability to have a social inbox and to be able to post on social, but where we think we can add a lot of value is actually in the AI piece. So where automation within certain parts of the platform, but also within Orlo Insights to get deeper understanding of why people are contacting you. Is this problem just occurring now? We alert you to it immediately, and things like that. And within the reporting and Orlo Insights side, we're going to bring in automated reporting. So you can say every Friday, send me my marketing report based on these social accounts, and I want it to be based on the last 30 days or whatever it may be. So stuff like that are the main things that you'll be seeing up until midsummer, and then we'll review and assess after that. The only thing that may delay things, if I'm honest, is if this next door, if they give us their API access, we'll probably stop everything to get that thing integrated, and then we'll continue on with the dev track that I just mentioned.
Amazing, thank you.
Cool. That's okay.